Greetings, Macadine family. I'm Camille Shabazz, and I just wanted to briefly just have a little heart-to-heart conversation with you today in regards to why Kevin Samuels is wasting his time. Wasting his time doing what is the question. But before going on, this is something that I never do, which I've been encouraged to do, and that is ask for you to like and subscribe to the Macadine channel. We would greatly appreciate it. This is why we don't have any subscribers, because I never ask. I'm too busy trying to impart information and not realizing that the only way it can really go where it needs to go is for me to get those likes and subscribe. So I'll appreciate any contributions on that level. Now back to the subject at hand, why Kevin Samuels is wasting his time. I'm talking about wasting his time attempting to teach these women how to be in 2021, how to be good, trustworthy, supportive, and understanding wives is just about an impossibility today. And I'm going to tell you why. Now, perhaps, giving them that information on being a submissive wife and turning your life over to be a helpmeet to the man, that would have worked during the first wave of feminism back in the 60s. Maybe even the second wave going into the 80s. But today, it's not happening, brother. They are, in the words of, I don't know if it was Sidney Poitier or who, they're too far gone, man. They're too far gone. They have been taught and trained. The woman has been taught and trained since that first wave that my mother was a part of. When they had the hairy arms and they were very aggressive, didn't need a man, in the projects, single, having all the men they want. And then when they get older, of course, they go and get Jesus. But that's another subject. But since that wave, starting with the CIA agent, Gloria Steinem, who started the feminist movement, backed by CIA money. This was all part of a governmental scheme and trick that's still going on till this very day. But now it's in a phase that talking sweet and trying to serenade and get along is not going to work, because once again, they're too far gone. There's no love there anymore. All they want is the bag and for you to serve them. That's it, that's all. And whatever is yours is theirs, and whatever is theirs is theirs. You're there to provide. You're there to be a stepdad. You're there to be their eternal sucker. And when you're no longer useful, when your suckership has lost its savor, she'll kick you to the curb, and there's another beta male waiting to take over where you left off at. So, like I said, they're too far gone. Leading in abortion. They have killed 20 million of our children since the 70s. And that says a lot. That says a lot right in itself, right there. Because they were given something. And this is all women of America. They were given a power in 1973 through Roe versus Wade that they have taken full advantage of and have put them in a karmic position, which now today has them, the American women that is, of the most miserable women, the most depressed women, the most suicidal women on the planet. And this is why. once you start killing, it may be legal to kill, but once you start killing, it does something to your very nature. It does something to you subconsciously that you're not even aware of, but your body is aware of it. Your heart, which is now failing more than men's hearts today, it recognizes what you're doing. But you, in your arrogance and misunderstanding about yourself and life, is the root cause of all of these problems. And I say once again, Brother Kevin, you're wasting your time talking to them, because most of them that you talk to turn on you. And the 10% that listen to you, they're only listening to you to enhance their strategy, to get on to that so-called high value man, to leech on to him, to get under him, and then take him out. And then 10 years down the line, she has most of his assets and property, or taking him through the legal ringer until he just has to settle out of court with her. So they're too far gone. And the phase that they're in is the phase of war. Me Too is a military movement. It's not an outright physical one, but it's mentally in a military direction when it comes to men. But it's being handled legally. They also have a book out called How to Destroy a Man. We're in the war phase, and you're trying to serenade and unite with somebody who has been killing us for the last 50 years? You want to get in the bed with a murderer? When Jesus of the Bible mythology was talking to the Jews about, 2,000 years ago, they got into an argument, and because the Jews had so much murder on their hands, he appropriately said something to them that was very applicable. He said that you are of your father, the devil, for the lust of your father you will do. He was a liar from the beginning and abode not in the truth, because the truth wasn't in him. And even though that was mythological, what was said was so powerful. Because when you become a murderer, at the same time, you have to be a liar. Because the first thing that a murderer has to do is lie to themselves to make them feel good about the crime that they just committed. You got to rationalize. So the first thing a murderer is a liar. So when that story was told and Jesus said what he said, it made sense, because they were liars and murderers. Let's fast forward to today, when all these millions of women of America, mainly black women, have been murdering millions of our babies and lying to themselves and saying, well, it would be better for the baby, it would be too impoverished, or, I didn't like the man, it was a one night stand. And you got a lot of these women who are using abortions as birth control. I know of women whose daughters are up in the 10s and the 12s of abortions, and they laugh about it because they are murderers. Like Jesus said to the Jews, we can say to the women of America today, you are of your mother, the devil. And the lust of your mother you will do, because your mother was a liar from the beginning and abode not in the truth, because the truth is not in her. That's it, that's all. So stop wasting your time, brother, trying to teach these devils. They are enemies. Every other woman, the Mexican woman, the Hindu woman, the Asian woman, you see them in the streets selling fruit, selling vegetables beside their man or even without their man. But they're helping their man because their nature tells them that they're helpmeets and that's what they're supposed to do. They love doing it. It's in their DNA. But not this black woman and woman of America. That has been totally taken out of them. And now you're outright sleeping with the enemy. And when you marry them or cohabitate with them, you might as well go into hell with a gasoline jacket on. Because that's what you're doing, in essence. They're working out like my son's baby mama. She's in the gym. This woman is not in there getting feminine muscles, trying to look beautiful. She's in there squatting 225 pounds. Why? Because her, like a whole lot of other black women and other women, are training to fight men. This is the phase that we're in today, brothers. We're in the phase of war. While you trying to serenade them, they're trying to decapitate you. Stop playing with these damn devils. They're demons. And they have all kinds of men, the DNA of all kinds of men in their brain via microchimerism, which is real. It's not no sperm going up into the brain. It's proteins from the sperm going into their brain and lodging in there and causing all kinds of mental havoc. This is science. And if you don't know the science of life, you're going to be taken out by life. That's it, that's all. This is part one. I'm going to go deeper into this. But brother, stop wasting your time empowering our enemies. They're your enemies. They are devils. They are serpents and vipers, and they're being sent to destroy us. Wake up before it's too late. More later.